Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Women's Leadership Forum live format. Oh my goodness. I'm excited today. You know why I'm excited? Because today is Nutrition Monday. You are motivated to eat well, to eat great, to eat good food. Now, we just said this with my guests. Okay, just because it's nutritious, it doesn't mean it has to taste bad. Okay, so we're going to share with you a delicious, delicious meal. But first, let me do some housekeeping things. Okay, who am I? I'm Colette Coakley, Vice President of Human Resources for Maryland Public Television. I'm also the founder of this awesome forum, the Women's Leadership Forum, where we have 2,000 women in our database and 2,000 women who are sharing resources with one another to help get one another ahead. And a lot of people ask, what do I have to do to join? All you have to do is guess what? Subscribe on our website, forward, WLF.org. Or you can find us through our hashtag, which is hashtag forward WLF. That's all you need to do. That makes you part of the 2,000 women that we have that are active, that are having conversation with one another, that are making sure that they push and pull each other in that climb to success. And guess what? You too can be a part of that big, big network. Now, what do I want to talk about today? I want to talk about, why I can't get on the bandwagon for eating the right thing. Okay? I try and then I go somewhere or I feel like somebody's trying to break my good habits. Well, guess who that somebody is? It's me. It's me. I am breaking my own good habits that I try to establish for myself. You've heard me say I've got to do better, but how many times am I going to say that? Okay, the ladies out there who have joined me know that I have gotten on that water bandwagon. And, yes, you can call me out because I don't have water here today, but I just took a bottle, an empty bottle of water. And because I drank it, it's not just empty. I drank it and I am fulfilled now that I drank it. I have done my due diligence. And after the show, I promise you, because you people are holding me accountable to that whole water thing, that I am going to drink more water. Now, you know that we come to you live at 6:00 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube. But if you don't catch us now, and I'm saying hi to all of them who are catching us on the replay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Catch us on the replay because I know you're out there, you're peeping, you're scrolling, you're following. Catch us, the WLF on replay. Now, you're going to want to catch this because it's a recipe. We have with us today, gosh, and it's only once a month. So don't pretend, for those of you who don't like to cook, the once a month recipe will do. This is the show for you because today we have with us Cherron Burns of RX Catering. Now she's giving you that little menial wave. I'm gonna tell you why she's giving you the menial wave. Because you see that pot, you can't help but have that low wave. Because the pot is covering up the wave. And guess what, people? You see these spoons? These are the only things that can stir in that pot because that pot is so big. You see, it's covering the body. So that must mean we're going to learn how to cook on the large scale today. we're going to learn how to what? Meal prep. And this recipe, I'm promising you, is going to take. Now, some of y'all don't know what meal prep is, but I'm going to show you meal prep. This is meal prep. Now, you're looking at it because of all the little condensation that's going on. That's because I wanted to share with you my little meal prep as done by Chef Burns here. This was delivered to me by the Chef Burns Catering Company, RX Catering, and it has portions. Portions. You see these dividers? Okay. That means there's only so much that's going to fit in the little sections. Now, this is what you call meal prepping, getting it done ahead of time. So, for you busy ladies out there like myself, and who have a difficult time getting to the stove after your work, or you don't know when to quit, this is going to help you. Because guess where this is going after the show? Right on in the microwave and then right on into my tummy. So that doesn't take much, right? And guess what? She will prep for your family. If you are on the go, or this is a week, you have, like me, budget season, conference calls, just zooming all over your children. Some of your children going to the games now. Okay. You might need a little help from Chef Burns. So I want to have enough time for this recipe. I'm going to stop talking right here. I'm going to talk to Chef Burns. I want to welcome her to the Women's Leadership Forum format here. And we're going to talk about this good dish that she's about to make.
Yeah.
Hi, Chef Burns.
Hello. Good evening. How are you?
I'm great. I think you're echoing just a little bit because of that pan.
Oh. Well, you've already done everything for me. You explained meal prep. I mean, I can go sit down.
No, you got no. Look, how they say, no, girl. You take it right on away.
Okay, well, thank you. As Colette has already said, I'm Cherron, and I'm just going to show you a quick recipe today that will help in everything she talked about with meal prep. The busy woman on the go, the woman with kids, the athlete, or, we have people like myself that think we're athletes and have gained a few pounds during this COVID season.
All
and
right.
so we want to shed some of that. And then also, it's summertime is approaching quickly. And I know some of you want to be in some swimsuit somewhere. If not somewhere, then look good, just, prancing around your house. But
some of us trying to get there.
Yes.
Some of us trying to get there, Chef. We trying to get there.
Right. So I'm going to show you something quick and easy. And the key essential part to meal prep is just to make sure that you have everything prepared ahead of time. It may take you, what I'm doing right now is actually going to be servings for 15. So ooh. I know I actually always like quadruple or double all recipes. And so what's essential, if you don't have this at home, is a scale, a digital scale that will help with your portions and weighing your measurements of your food that go into the containers that Colette showed you. So that's first and foremost. And if you don't have that, you can buy it on Amazon, you can go to Target. They're all over the place, but they're quick and easy for you to actually measure things. So we're going to make a taco skillet today. And it's going to be quick and easy, like I said. In this pot, you don't have to have this at home. The recipe that you'll eventually have will be portioned out, so there'll be 3 servings. So I have multiplied this, obviously, by 5 because I'm going to get 15 portions. So this is actually ground turkey. And ground turkey is one of the leanest meats if you're going to use in meal prep to actually use. You can use chicken breast. Not for this recipe, but I'm just telling you about lean meats. Ground turkey. And not the 85-15, the most leanest one that you can possibly get. maybe would be the breast. So you're looking at 93, I think 93% versus 7% fat. But I've already ground this out and I've portioned it out. So if it's cooked already, you're going to have 10 ounces of cooked ground turkey. So we're just going to put that in here. I said before that I multiplied this by 5. So you all can see it's already in here. And it's ground. And with this particular meal, unfortunately, I did not put salt and, you know, all those extra seasonings in here.
Right.
The whole point of this is to try to strip as much salt as possible from our diet, so we're not retaining water.
Okay.
And we're releasing and we're shedding those pounds. So I have here the ground turkey, and then we're going to add in, this is just a simple pan of rotel, which is diced tomatoes, chilies. We're going to take the whole pan and put it in. And I'm going to put in 5 cans. These are 10 ounce, I think these are, 10 ounce cans that we're using. We have that. And I've also taken the liberty of already pre-cutting. We're going to have all of our vegetables and our lean in this one dish. So we have tomatoes in here. And then we have zucchini. I've diced the zucchini, so this is 3/4 cup of zucchini times 5. We're going to put that in here, and we're going to cook that down just a little. Not too much, because with vegetables, remember, you don't want to overcook them. Why? Because we're losing the nutrients that are in the vegetables. You know how back at, you know, home style cooking, we have green beans, for example, and we overcook all of our vegetables a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to have a little crispness. That's how I like it. But you know, my grandmother and, you know, some of my southern relatives, they cook it to where it's like off, you know, just.
So when the green beans were gray.
Yes. Now, is that a gray bean or a green bean? So,
a gray bean.
A gray bean. So we want to make sure that you, when you're cooking your vegetables, that you're not cooking them, overcooking them. Broccoli's another.
Chef, I didn't see you put any oil in the pan. No oil?
No, ma'am. This is all about healthy eating and living. So we don't need any oil, because remember our ground turkey, I've already drained that ground turkey, and all of that is in here. The oil has already been, the grease from the fat from the turkey is already gone. So I have everything in here. Let me see if I can, you guys can see.
Wait a minute. So we have Willa in the comment section. Even though those green beans were great, they were good though. Yeah, we sure did. We sure did.
They are good. But
yeah, they're good.
Do you want to have some nutrients in them or not? Same with green.
Look, I'm blinking.
Right. You're not responding. Same with green. Greens, you know, collard greens. Weren't you all told, oh, it's gonna take forever to cook some greens, you know, 2 and 3 hours? No, ma'am. It only takes about 30 minutes, really, if you have everything together. I have diced peppers here, an assortment, 5 cups of it. So that's gonna go in here too. And then as this is all cooking down, now this is where I'm going to let you all add a little bit of seasoning.
Okay.
And, it's going to be the taco seasoning. You can cheat a little bit.
You're cheating.
Yes. Taco seasoning right here, but it has to be the reduced sodium.
Okay.
Okay, it has to be the reduced sodium. You can get that in your local grocery store, but please don't get the one that's filled with salt.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. No.
If you all, let me tilt this towards you. This is kind of hot. Let me see what so you can see all the colors, the vibrant colors. You see that?
I see it. I see it.
Okay.
Looking good. Looking good.
So we have all these vegetables in here, and we're gonna add in. This is per recipe. It's a tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of the taco seasoning. So I have 5 portions in here that we are putting in, and I'll let you even cheat a little bit more. Do you remember what my favorite seasoning is?
Lord, the garlic.
Yes. That's the only thing I'm going to allow you to cheat. Well, okay, you can cheat if you want to add just a little bit of garlic, and then you can cheat one other way and add something else, and that is cumin.
Okay.
Okay.
I do not use that often.
You don't? Oh, well, a lot of Mexican dishes will use it. Chili, use it in chili. You can use it in barbecue. I mean,
is that hot? Is that hot?
No.
Spicy?
More flavorful.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So we're just going to. Do we have any questions?
No, people trying to taste what you got in that pot. That's what that is.
Oh. Okay, so we're gonna let this just cook a little, and I have my heat on medium to high. See, this burner, since I'm in front of you, see, if I was cooking back here, it's a little bit bigger, that could consume this whole pot. But I don't want my back.
The pot is just big. The pot is big. I don't even know where you buy a pot like that. Go ahead. You told me you have a bigger pot, but okay.
It's bigger than this. And so, okay, so we're just gonna let that cook a little, just a little, about 5 minutes. And again, we don't want to cook out all the nutrients. So the last step to this is adding in chopped kale and spinach. If you're not a fan of kale, that's fine. You can do all spinach or you can do all kale. So I've chopped this, and this is 15 cups. So we're gonna add in just a regular recipe. If it's just for one, it would be 3 cups. So we're gonna add that in, and we'll know that it's done once it wilts down. And this will be a complete meal. And actually, this is one of my favorites. I was doing some meal prep for myself because I got a little pudgy, like I said, during COVID. And I wanted to slim down just a little. So in a couple of weeks, I was doing some other things too. I lost, not a couple of weeks, a couple of months. Oh my gosh. I lost 18 pounds.
I was going to say, we're going to eat a lot of that if you talk about a couple of weeks.
No. So the key with meal prep is that you're training your body to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours, just something, because your metabolism at my age and older, it slows down. And so we want to make sure that we are feeding our bodies and doing what you said earlier, drinking a lot of water.
Okay.
You gotta get on that.
I know.
And then eating the appropriate food, and then the time when you eat it is important. You can't eat all this food and then go to bed. So if you're eating at 9 p.m., 8 and 9 o'clock p.m., and then going to sleep 45 minutes, an hour later, no, don't do that.
Well, that's where the meal prep it becomes important, right?
Yes.
The meal prep becomes important because you don't have to think so hard about what to cook and how to cook it. And
you're right. I actually have, you mentioned before, families. I actually have 2 gentlemen that order from me every week, a set number of meals. Both of them have children or a child, and they just want to make it easier on themselves. When it comes to, they know how to cook, but they'd rather invest the money and have meals already ready. So when they get home, just like what you said, taking it out of the refrigerator and popping it in the microwave. And this particular meal right here is one that is so easy to freeze. So once we portion this out, it can go in the freezer. If you have too much of it, I mean, these are going to customers, so
Okay.
it's not gonna be wasted. So now the best part is cheese. Now this is your
before you put that cheese in there, put some on the spoon and just tilt the spoon our way. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh.
it's literally like a taco without your carbs. Your
Okay.
bad carbs, like your tortilla chips. Someone asked me, "Hey, Cherron, can I get some chips with those?" And I'm like, that defeats the whole purpose of this. You could have this as, like a nice gang meal if you wanted. But we're gonna add a little bit of the cheese. This is 5 cups of cheese. And this is where you have to do the reduced fat. You can use a sharp cheddar, 2% milk. And we're just gonna put this, I put a cup of it aside already because we're gonna top our meal with it. So I'm just mixing that in. And this looks so good.
So, Cherron, most of the meals that you prep, can you freeze them? I know that you said you could freeze that dish, but can you freeze most of those?
Yes. And that's what it's really geared to do too, is because we don't want you to waste it. Most of them, all of them are prepared fresh. Most of the customers will buy, a week's worth, and that's fine if you don't freeze them. But for those who, just may not get around to them, you can put them in the freezer. I think one of these days we'll do a zucchini lasagna. And again, we're getting away from the carbs, the carbs that make us feel bloated.
Hey, how are you going to do I know we're jumping around in our meals here, but how are you going to do a zucchini? I mean, the carbs, aren't they coming from the noodle?
We're not. The zucchini is going to be our noodle. Trust me, it's good.
Okay. All right.
Stay tuned. So look, we're done with this. You can see some of the cheese that's a little stringy, but that's what we want. It should be a little cheesy. And let's see. I don't have my, can you see?
Yeah, I see. I'm looking. I don't know why I'm like looking up and down in the pot.
Okay, so the best part, the easiest part, we're at now. Because you have that digital scale. So I have my containers right here. And they're just bowls. So we're just going to, and then this is so convenient because you can just pop this right in the microwave. This is one meal.
Okay.
So we have.
I see those bowls and the divided dishes at Wegmans sometimes. I think they're at most stores. You can get them at Target and Walmart.
You can get them almost anywhere nowadays.
Amazon, of course, right?
That's what I would recommend. I'm not an Amazon sales rep, but
okay.
I would recommend doing something, purchasing from Amazon versus like your Wegmans or your grocery store. You can find them at Sam's or BJ sometimes, or Costco, because they're a little bit more economical.
Okay.
And you want the ones that are microwavable too. So you can just pop them in. You don't want cheap ones. Don't invest in that, because these actually can be reused. If you're doing it for yourself, at home, it's just you. So put in the dishwasher, and that's it. So I've been doing this a long time, so I kind of know how much to put in. So usually what I do is, because this is portioned out already, I told you it's going to make 15 portions. So what I do is I go ahead and I fill out all 15 bowls, and then I go back and I measure all of them. So they should all equal usually about 11.9, for me, 11.7, 11.9 ounces. And if not, then I just adjust accordingly. but it's easy to just fill first and then go back and kind of play with your scale. And then we're going to top it. I'll do this when you guys are gone. We'll top it with a little bit of cheese that's left over from the 1 cup. So you can see there, that's your.
Woo! Now look, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm with Willis here. Okay, where the cornbread?
Carb free.
Okay.
Healthy.
All right. Okay. Because that looked like, ooh, like, ugh.
You see how long it took us? Now, granted, I had everything pre-chopped and prepped, but something like this, if you do all the prepping of the chopping and the measuring out, that should take you about 30 minutes maybe. I mean, I have here.
So Vicki Morgan in our chat said, she asked, what about gluten-free tortillas?
Y'all are really pushing this, huh? With trying to get the tortillas.
Okay, let me explain why we keep coming at you like this.
Okay.
That looks dippable. It looks like you need to go on something for us.
Okay. I'll give you a cheat. Now, one of the gentlemen that orders, he sent me a video with his son eating this taco bowl, and his son was like, this is good. What he did was he took the taco bowl and put it in a tortilla. So you could do one of the gluten-free tortillas if you want. You said Vicki asked that question?
Yeah, Vicki Morgan, Miss Vicki Morgan.
Yes, you can. She can do that if she wanted to. If you have to have that, or go ahead and get like some of the low-fat chips you can find in Wegmans. If you want to start dipping and eating, a lot of times people get that satisfaction in front of a TV. When they're dipping and snacking, and so if you want to cheat on that particular day, we'll allow that.
Some of us have to hear that crunch. That.
I got an answer for that. Don't overcook your vegetables, and you'll hear that.
That wasn't a good. Okay, that was a healthy answer. But I'm with you. I have to be with you.
But you know what? This particular entree, in all seriousness, could be something that you could dip. And there's another pre-made meal that I do. It's a buffalo chicken. That's shredded chicken, and it comes, I usually pair it with kale or cabbage, and that's something that you could easily scoop with, the tortilla scoop chips, because it's buffalo chicken. I mean, it's like game day ready. So, does that help?
I hope it helps Vicki. I have not done the gluten-free stuff. I don't know. Something about that's not always appealing to me. Wait. So Willis is getting creative here. She says, how about dipping it with the some cucumber slices?
You
all into the dip. We're trying to dip your
recipe here. You reminded me of, we cater to a school every day, and with kids love the sauce. They like dipping in sauces.
We're trying to dip. You're trying to dip.
Okay. Well, to answer that question, yes, you could take some cucumbers or celery or carrot sticks, and you could dip into this, but you have all your vegetables in here already. So, it would just be a bonus if you wanted to add in more vegetables. So, that's doable.
See, we heard you on the vegetables.
Okay. So, you guys are listening. I love it. But this is so simple and easy, and
okay. See that now all the suggestions are coming.
Oh, what else are they saying?
Wrap it in some lettuce.
Oh, I love that. Yes, but again, like a lettuce wrap. We're at, I'm not trying to promote PF Chang's, but that could work. So there you are. There's your crunch.
So Vicki is trying to convince me of this gluten stuff, right? Gluten is a group of proteins and carbs consist of sugar.
Yes,
Okay. And
yes,
so she's saying that the gluten is not going to be as bad for you as that tortilla chip, the
you're
regular tortilla chip.
And you know what? If you've never tried it, I'm sure Vicky can attest to this, and she's been talking about gluten-free, is that you feel less full, less bloated when you don't have a whole lot of gluten in
Is
your
that
diet. Yes.
okay? Okay.
And let me just tell you this. I think this one has it. No. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of the chili packets that are like this. You know how you have McCormick chili, you go and make it. Only because it contains gluten. And
No. Oh no.
yes,
Oh
but
no.
I
You
have
just
a solution.
look, you blew my chili recipe right out the water here.
I have a solution for you, and the only reason why I know this is because, again, for the school that we cater every day, there are a couple kids that are gluten free. So it really is in our best interest not to make something separate for them and to make everything gluten free if we can. And so the chili, when we do chili during the winter times for them, we don't use these packets. So I make my own packet. So you can easily do this with cumin. You could do include cumin, chili powder, garlic, onion, and a little bit, depending on how spicy you want it, you could put in a little bit of chili, not chili, but crushed red pepper.
Okay, so let me just put in a plug for the RX catering because this is why I do what I do with the meal prep because she's telling me to make my own chili seasoning. No, not
Okay,
me on this go round. Now, should I retire or something like that? That might be something in my future. But for the ladies, I'm gonna speak for the ladies who are like trying to go quick, go fast. Call up RX Catering. Call up RX Catering. Where can they find you? Where can they find you, Cherron?
You can find us at online at rxcateringdc.co, or you can follow us on social media. We're on Instagram at rxcateringdc, or on Facebook at RX Catering DC Metro. We're on LinkedIn.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that you all heard her that she does meal prep. She's more than just your average caterer because catering is the mainstay here, but she does the meal prep. She has a little the company has is it a foundation?
Yes.
Foundation. Oh my gosh, she is doing magnificent things out there for the community. And you should follow Cherron or follow RX Catering. Yeah, RX Catering Company. Say it one more time. Where can they find you?
rxcateringdcmetro.co.
Okay, and Miss Roberts was kind enough to place it in the chat here.
Oh, look at her. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Roberts.
Thank you. And then on Instagram,
yeah,
RX Catering DC.
All right. Okay.
And then on Facebook, for old school people like myself, I like Facebook still. We're gonna you can follow us on RX Catering DC Metro.
Okay, now one place you're not going to be able to find anybody or anything is in that pot because all of the ingredients went into the little 15 bowls that she made.
Yeah.
She made there. She said they were freezable and they're nutritious. So that's what we feature here on the Women's Leadership Forum Live. We're trying to get, summertime is coming, you ladies. Men too.
Look what I do. I grab this. If I'm on the go, I put it in the microwave and take it with me in the car. Bam.
Okay. Well, she just told you she has a driver, y'all. Because I know she's not eating and driving, right? No.
You're right.
No. So we don't advocate that here. But
I eat it right before I turn on the ignition. I start the ignition.
Okay.
No eating and driving. No eating and driving.
Okay. All right. And so, speaking of safety, okay, we're coming down to the end. I don't know if you have anything else that you want to tell our viewing audience, Mr. Ron.
No, not today. Just stay tuned for additional meal prep options. And if there's something in particular that you'd like to see, you know what? I'm gonna cheat, on one of these sessions and give you something that's savory and good and southern and comfort food. Will that
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So she might put that gluten aside and that we're not gonna have gray string beans,
work?
but but we will have something awesome, awesomely delicious. Awesomely delicious.
Yeah.
But today we focus on our nutrition because guess what? We're trying to get that beach body ready. Ready? Yeah, we try to get ready for the beach or somewhere awesome, right? As we travel, as we open up for traveling. So I want to continue to tell you all, we've got a lot going on here in this forum, as you can see, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. And on Mondays, we try to motivate you and get your bodies ready, get your mind ready, and get you physically motivated. And then on Wednesdays, we're talking about workforce development. And on Fridays, it's my family and friends, y'all. And who knows what we're going to talk about, but it's all for you. It's all for you out there so that you can elevate to those next levels. Today, we're trying to elevate our nutrition to another level, right? So if you want to hear something special, and if you heard Chef Burns here say, if there's something you want to see, hey, write us, let us know. Let us know. And I'm sure in that big old pot, he can whip something up for all of you and your other 14 friends. Okay. So this week, I am on a short hiatus and I will return back on Monday, the following Monday. I got a couple things to take care of. I promise to be back bigger and better than ever. And with that, I'm going to tell you, please, please, please continue to mask up. Just because we took the vaccine, it doesn't mean that, mask down. We're still masking up, okay? Mask up, shorty. And continue to wash your hands and remain socially distant. That's what's going to keep us safe, and that's what will keep you coming back on the following Monday. And with that, I want to thank you, Chef Burns, for being gracious enough to share your meal prep and that bowl with us. I don't know if you're going to find that pan, but thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to see you again next month with another. You're not promising that it's going to be nutritious, but it sure enough will be what? Delicious.
And made with love. Made with love.
And of course, it is made with love. And with that, we're signing off. We'll see you next Monday. All right.